In my view, I think President Obama has personalized his conflict with Benjamin Netanyahu in a way that is both disgraceful and shocking. You do not hear President Obama making these remarks and having this public conflict with, I don't know, Kim Jong-un or the Castro brothers. It seems that Benjamin Netanyahu gets to be the focal point of this White House's ire.
Bravo to Amy Holmes of The Blaze. Welcome to Gimme 5, ladies and gentlemen. She is unafraid. She is, just talking common sense, which anybody could see if they looked at what's going on. The disdain, the hatred for Benjamin Netanyahu and for Israel, and some believe for Jews from this administration, is an outrage. An outrage. But it is real, notwithstanding what you're going to hear a little bit later on from Robert Gibbs, who just feigns dumbness in what Amy Holmes had to say. Let's listen to some more from Amy Holmes.
Remember that President Obama, on his first visit to the Middle East, skipped Israel. When he finally went to Israel, he refused to speak to the Israeli parliament. This is the same president who also suggested that Israel's credibility or its founding was based on the Holocaust and not millennia-old claim to Jewish territory.
Right, absolutely. I mean, you want to make a whole list? We can make a whole laundry list. And let's go back to the people he hung out with, Barack Obama. Let's go back to Rashid Khalidi. Let's go back to the statements made by the people in his administration that he's put into positions. Let's go back and let's look at even Maria Harf, supposedly. Let's look at her college paper on the Middle East that reportedly she wrote. Let's look at everybody that surrounds the president when it comes to Israel. This is going to get ugly, very ugly, much uglier than it's been. And they're going to try to blame Benjamin Netanyahu, of course, because Barack Obama is above reproach, right? Yeah, he's a great man. Now here we go with more from Amy.
This relationship and the conflict between the White House and the interests of Israel, I think, go well beyond a personal dispute between this president and their prime minister, who has now been handily reelected. And let's face it, if Benjamin Netanyahu had been defeated last night, hold on, Robert, if Benjamin Netanyahu had been defeated last night, I think you would hear gloating from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And I think it also makes him look weak. If he lets it be known that he's trying to topple this leader, he better succeed. But in fact, he didn't.
No, he did not. And it was a referendum on Obama when the opposition candidate, Herzog, says, I trust Barack Obama to come up with an agreement with Iran that will benefit Israel. The people of Israel must have said, what the heck? Because 70% of the people of Israel don't trust Obama. Who advised them to do that? Paul Begala? I don't know, just asking. So now here comes Robert Gibbs with everything Amy Holmes just said. What do you think he picks on? Watch.
I'm really confused at the first part. You said that the administration hadn't been hard on the North Korean leader, but had on
they
Benjamin
didn't call him
Netanyahu?
chicken bleep to the Atlantic Monthly. They don't snub him repeatedly. They don't make it, as you said just on this broadcast, public that there is this terrible tension between these two leaders. Only Benjamin Netanyahu seems to be the focal point of this president's ire.
Robert Gibbs addresses her analogy at the beginning of we don't even treat, and she just picked out of a hat, Kim Jong-un like that. And he says, so you're saying we treat North Korea well? That's not the point. He's bringing up a red herring to avoid the questions. And by the way, North Korea is an enemy. Israel's supposed to be a friend. So there is no analogy there, Robert. And then listen to this.
I think that's the silliest thing I've probably heard in a long time. I mean, the notion that...
I'm sure you do.
The notion that you make it sound like we have some great relationship with the North Koreans.
Why don't you address what she said instead of focusing on the North Koreans and our relationship? That's not what she said. That's not what she meant. And anybody with a brain, Robert, which I assume you have, understands that. But don't address what she said. Just address something that is, outside the line, so you don't have to answer her brilliant points. Congratulations to Amy Holmes. I tweeted it out. Kudos is what I said. Your Newsmax No Update is next.